Abusia bomb kasie mienu bi ayiniti ewo America manmu a America fon esusu se eyomo enemies ana sene mo na bomb yi eye bomber eye drone a esun yie pa wo hwe cameras a omudi twa bomb yi a chese omuhu no wachire pa a America for esusu se eye omo enemies na odwe se hwan ne America for enemies no ai and America for susu se eye Russia for ana asene sa bomb akasie emienu ama omo America na obeje se senior America esiye akode like omo wa akode ne ehunu ye eba no sa nuama bi say America team e captain easy America for chese omo FBI kra ni idea e was sa bombs emienu na bombs ye bombs ehu pa America for small mo akofo eye omare captors a omode ko wiem e de ko eko ama abem bombi ehu bomb ne kese ne mudru se ne emudru sitie na bomb APA America eye ahomachia 115 pepepe na American pe na yenkohwe se ne ane
my God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. Look at it. I can't. That's going way too fast. That's not. What's up with my camera? I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. What's with my camera? Look at this thing.
What do you see?
Two lights.
Two lights? I only see one.
And they're together.
Really? Well, okay. So this could be a drone. If it does something crazy like shoot off into space or go...
Those of you,
babe. Wow, hold on. That was like unfocused as fuck. That goes into the clouds.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. It looked like it went like through a portal or something.
Right next to the moon.
The best information that we have available to us to this point suggests that these drones are coming from offshore, that when we try to make contact with them, they become evasive and elusive. You know, from my perspective, if they are American assets, if they're American military, if they're American drones, and I think we owe the American people answers or explanations, but if they're not American made, if they're not American drones, then I think, you know, we owe the American people action. And if no one else is saying, I'll be the first one to say it, if these are not American assets, then we need to get our assets into the air and blow one of these things out of the sky, pick up the pieces and figure out what we're dealing with, because quite frankly, you know, we're the United States of America.
When you say easy say BBC betimi esiwo America abra America for because omuni any idea bia about it. Even omo FBI across omuni any idea bia about bombs way. Most mo pradesa mo be pekwan be fast mo be break sa bombs way pieces at what and ato so and I'm also any ideas bia wo. Now when you say the same bomb ya so akopiem e wo China omo China nso aye video e dia beto eye internet ntentan ka se so Twitter say omo so bombs yimie no abepiem ho se enim se eye Russia for na bomb yi from ho yenim bebia bomb na nka se free pot no cressa ebia country we na send bomb e mom enemies and as a country we na send bomb e mom enemies no cra woman say America for current me detect enhu country as send sa bomb akase mi ni
是有 UFO 啊？是什么东西啊？这个是怎么在跑啊？
So far, the drum ye kura sa bumpy, edin and a babontia. Yesini din edit UFO and UFO drum and a kura sa bumpsy edit enam America as I could pim China. Now, I pure Arab country back on so far you name and air to light sana. And air to light sana. Almost a say UFO drone ana be pm ewo Arab yenkotie omonso de omoka yenti Arab no mbade yenkotie
porque para que rebote de esa forma, claro, ¿cachai? Eso no es una linterna, ya cachamos que no es una linterna. El rebote. ¿Cachai? Yo alumbro para allá. Sí, pues ahora estoy alumbrando.
I spent my entire professional career as an F-22 pilot doing the business of air-to-air combat, protecting the sovereignty of the United States airspace. And that's why we held this hearing yesterday. And the main question is, why haven't they done anything about it? We've had multiple incidents over the past couple of years. You've already mentioned the Chinese spy balloon flying over the United States, and nothing was done. You know what? U.S. Northern Command's only job is to protect the sovereignty of American airspace. What President Biden should do tonight, what Secretary Austin should do tonight, is issue guidance to every commander of every military installation, every sensitive government facility, that if they have unknown drone activity flying over them, that not only are they expected to shoot them down, but that is their own.
New Jersey governor to the FBI have no idea what these are. Joining us now is my friend Evan Cutler, who witnessed one of the drones up close in New Jersey. He took some pictures as well. Evan, good to see you. So Evan described to me what he saw, and I said, you got to come on the show to talk about it. Evan, what did you see?
Well, I saw a drone. If it was a drone, who knows what it was, but it was not the drone you see people fly. There's the picture. It was the size of a school bus. Literally the size of my two-car garage. Well, I have a one-car garage, the size of a two-car garage.
And what happened when you saw it or you started taking pictures, et cetera?
Well, look, to back up a little bit, I'm coming home from On Patrol Live. It's 12:30 at night, and I get into Montclair, New Jersey, and I see the full moon. And I'm like, well, it can't be a full moon because the full moon was 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, it's getting closer and closer. And then first, I think it's a plane, then a helicopter. Then it's hovering right over the woods as you're entering Montclair. And it's a drone literally 40 feet wide by 40 feet wide, hovering right over the woods. I pull over, get out of my car, forget about the phone. I'm just like looking at this thing, wondering what the heck it is. Then I said, oh, I should take a picture. I grab my phone, starts, the second it like notices I'm out there, it just starts heading south. Grab the picture. The picture looks like a dot. It looks like, at the very most, like a Plan 9 from outer space flying saucer. But when I got a good close look at it, when it was only about 100 feet off the ground, maybe 150 feet off the ground, it looked like a drone on steroids, like literally a drone the size of a garage.
And you reported it to the authorities?
I got home. The first thing I did is I Googled. I went on X. I went on Instagram. I like, is this a thing? And I saw nothing except one little news report from like Morris County Patch about some drones making noise and keeping people up at night. Nothing. Then, so the next morning I called the FAA, I called the FBI, and still to this day, I've not gotten a response from either of them.
Well, it's not surprising considering we just saw them in front of a House committee saying they don't know what's going on. But, the
one thing I got to say, though, is if for people like me who do see something that's unidentified, there's very little recourse. I Googled, what do you do when you see a UFO? There's nothing. I think that's why a lot of times these things go unreported. You have nowhere to go. And I'm a seasoned journalist. I know, I did some digging. I found out who to call. And to this day, it's, I've gotten no response.
It's weird that it's just happening in this one area of New Jersey. Maybe they're just monitoring you, Evan,
That was my first thought. And, and I do have my aluminum foil here if I do want to make a hat. That was what some people at Arbitral Live suggested. But, as ridiculous as everything sounds, I do have a teeny bit of credibility. I'm the president of the Montclair Bird Club. I'm used to looking at things in the sky. I've been a bird watcher since 4th grade. I spend my weekends at the Montclair Hawk Watch. I look at things in the sky. I know that's one of the things I'm good at.
Yeah, you're good at many things, Evan. Don't sell yourself short. Evan Cutler, thank you very much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. See you this weekend.
See you, Dan. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com